So it's a beautiful day today. I just got my coffee and I'm waiting for the tents to dry. Figured this was a good opportunity to fill everyone in on what happened last night, which was my first harrowing experience on this trip. Last night, I was sleeping in the car with Bengal and I woke up and I heard her hissing and almost howling almost. And it flipped me out, honestly. So I got up, I looked for her around the tent, I couldn't find her. So I went outside the tent and all I heard was like what sounded like rustling or like a fight. It sounded like almost like two cats going at it or a fox or something like that. And she was hissing and going crazy. And then all of a sudden, it's dark out, mind you. All of a sudden, I hear a splash in the river. I'm right on the river here. And I panicked. I thought she was gone. So I go back around and she's sitting in the middle of the tent. Like she wasn't even doing anything. It was so weird. So, of course, I'm in a half sleep state and I grab her, I put her in the tent or in the car, and I jump in the car and I shut the back window and I try to shut the back door. Well, the back door won't shut. Like it won't even like lodge shut, because I was hoping that it would at least just like kind of wedge shut a little bit so that she would stay in the car, but it wouldn't. So I get out, close the window, slam the trunk shut, and realize, oh shit, the keys and my wallet and my phone are in the car. And earlier in the night, when I was laying in the car, I locked the doors, and it locks from the inside. And I thought the back door, because it was open, would just kind of, stay open. I mean, I didn't think you can lock the keys in the car, to be honest. Well, you can, and I did. So it's now like 11 p.m. and I'm in South Dakota. And at night, I mean, it's 57 now. At night, it was getting close to the 30s. I believe it was like mid 40s at the most. I'm in a tank top and shorts, and that's it. And all my blankets are in the car. And I can't get in the car. So I'm trying to wedge the back door open, won't work. I tried to will the top driver's seat roof off because they pop off the front two roof sections. Couldn't do it. I even tried to bash the passenger window in, but of course I got Gorilla Glass, thankfully, and it just like ricocheted right off it and left no marks. So I don't know what to do. It's the middle of the night. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I mean, to get here, you drive by miles and miles and miles of just fields. And I don't have my phone, so I don't know the numbers for anybody, nor do I have the ability to call them. So I made camp in the tent, and Bengal was crying the whole time. I mean, she knew something was not right. And I'm freezing cold. I went to the bathroom here to just kind of warm up for a while and came out, and I put the tent cover over my head like a hood, and I wrapped myself in this orange piece of the tent, and I put the fold-out chair I had and some of the insulation that I have for the windows around me, and just put my arms in my shirt and just tried to ball up. And so I woke up like every hour and like had the realization that I was locked out of my car. And the whole time I'm thinking like, oh my God, so now I'm gonna have to wait for the key to come in the mail for my parents, or I'm gonna have to try and find their phone number or email them. And it didn't hit me until this morning that I have Uconnect. Now, I didn't have my phone or I didn't have my computer, so I couldn't use Uconnect. You can sign on to Uconnect with the Jeeps and you can unlock the car electronically through the satellites. But I had no method of doing that. So I'm sleeping through the night. I'm not sleeping really, kind of just tossing, turning, trying to stay warm. I was shivering cold. So I finally saw the sun coming up, and I could hear movement outside in the campsite. And the woman here had told me that there were construction workers staying here, doing work nearby. And so I leave, and I see two of them getting into their truck. And now I'm like in a tank top, in shorts, that's it, like shivering cold. And I'm like, guys, can you help me? And they get out of their car, and to their credit, I owe them everything, because they like rushed to my aid. They brought me a hoodie and brought me into their RV. And I asked them if I could use their phone to try and unlock the car, and they said that they didn't know if it would work because they can't download stuff. It's their work phones, you know, as usually that goes. But luckily, I was able to sign on to the web, Uconnect web. Through that, I was able to download the app. Once the app downloaded, I kind of had relief, and I felt like it was gonna work at that point. And so I relaxed a little bit. And most of you won't know why this is very spiritual for me, but I look up, the two guys are twins. Identical, like they're like 50s, maybe 40s, 50s year old construction worker, identical twins. Identical twins. And I go, are you guys twins? And they go, yeah. Getting chills right now. And so some of you will know why that's important. I mean, I'll just blatantly say I'm on a twin flame journey, whether you believe in it or not. I know I am now, because there's no way that this was guided for me to see them. I mean, they were twins nearby. I didn't even know until they helped me. So I came back and with them with the phone and stood by the car, and it said 30 seconds till unlock, and heard it unlock and got in. They fist bumped me, and I just thanked them to no end, because they were so helpful, and they were like anyone would have helped, right? I mean, we're sorry that you were out in the cold so long. And they couldn't believe how cold I was, how shivering I was, and they were definitely concerned, and I was too. But my adrenaline was going, because I was hopeful that this would work. But they were the kindest gentlemen I could ever have asked to meet for this, to help me, and the fact that they were twins is just unbelievably kismet, and I just can't say enough. Like, and a lot of you won't know why that's what the twin flame journey is, and why that's important to me, but it meant something, and it was guided somehow. And so I just want to give a shout out to them. I don't even know their names, but they took care of me, and they helped me get back in my car and continue to go on, because I thought I was at the end of my rope now. So I have this thing set up for them. I'll show you when I post it on their door. I know they're working, but I'm going to be leaving soon, and I just wanted to show them a token of my appreciation, because it was a rough night. It was a really scary, rough night, and I wasn't scared of anything attacking me or anything, but it was cold, and I was freezing cold, and didn't know how I was even going to get in the car. Bengal was crying the whole time. I had to just sleep. I had to know that she was at least in the car, and that I was the one suffering outside, and that she was okay. But what a night. It was definitely my first experience of living, really roughing it. I mean, I was on the floor of a tent using Bengal's cat carrier as a pillow, wrapped up in tent material, and just trying to survive the night. And I say survive lightly, because I know I was going to survive, but at the time it was nerve-wracking, to say the least. So shout out again to those guys. They were amazing. The twins really saved my ass, and hopefully this little token of appreciation is suffice enough to show them that appreciation. So onward to the next stop. Going to head over to stay at Center Lake, which is right near Mount Rushmore. Hopefully I'll be able to see it from there. Otherwise I'm in like walking distance, so I'll check in then. But what a night.